A very good afternoon and welcome to another update from the Nigerian Stock Exchange. After the lunchtime update, there have been movements in the market. In fact, two significant movements. That is why it is said that do not time the market, that time in the market is more important than trying to time the market. Time in the market is more important than timing the market. You know, many people lose money because they are trying to time the market, that this is going to happen now. No, spending time in the market is important. It's more tactical, it's more strategic than trying to time the market. Since the last update, Jais Bank, I told you Jais Bank had their AGM earlier today. Jais Bank and Chemical and Allied Products, they had their AGM today. Jais Bank had gone further down to 7.57%. It went bearish further to 7.57%, so it lost value by over 7%. Japan Bank has seen an appreciation in its price, and Dangote Cement, which I told you doesn't always get affected by market fluctuations. Since the last update, Dangote Cement had lost 10% of its share value. This is a normal market event. Dangote Cement had lost 10% of its value. All right, so also Royal Exchange Assurance had gone up by over 3%. Royal Exchange Assurance had appreciated in value by 3.45%. I told you earlier in the day that Dangote Cement, we don't always see price fluctuations, market fluctuations doesn't always affect it. It doesn't have many movements in a day. But as I speak now, Dangote Cement is down by 10%. So that is quite interesting. That is why you don't time the market. Rather, you spend time in the market. Dangote Cement is currently down by 10%. And I'm going to tell you also, Boa Cement. I told you as well earlier that Boa Cement too doesn't always get affected by price fluctuation, by market forces. They don't experience it a lot. But as I'm speaking now, right now on the floor of the exchange, Boa Cement is down by 10%. That is why I said that the stock market is like the day's weather. In the morning, the temperature can change, things can change. So Boa Cement is currently down by 10%. So anybody wanting to increase their stake in Boa Cement, for instance, or you want to have Boa Cement in your portfolio, this will be a good time, because this is the first time this week that Boa Cement will be going down in value. So it's down by 10% now. It's going for 340 naira 20 kobo. This doesn't happen always. This is the first time in the week that Boa Cement is going down, is becoming bearish. It's going down, it's currently down by 10% in value. That is Boa Cement. Academy Press is at 0%, is not affected. Access Holdings, the parent company of Access Bank, is presently down by 0.43%. It's selling now for 23 naira. Access Holdings, that is the parent body, the holding company of Access Bank, is presently down by 0.43% and is going, the share price is now 23 naira. ABC Transport is at 0%, is not affected. African Prudential is at 0%, no change in its share price. ICO Insurance, no change in its is up by 3.43%. Nigeria Exchange Group, the parent company of the Nigerian Stock Exchange itself. It's not affected by any price movement and by any market forces. It is at 0%. It's going now for 118 naira 5 kobo. Nigeria Exchange Group, that is the parent company of the Nigerian Stock Exchange itself. It's at 0%. That is that. Living Trust Mortgage Bank. Living Trust Mortgage Bank, it's at 0%. There is no fluctuation in the share price. It's going for 4 naira. Living Trust. MTN, the famous MTN. Currently, it also is at 0%. There is no change in its price at the moment. It's not been affected by any market force today. MTN is at 0%. It's going now for 830 naira. So no change in the price of MTN. Nothing has affected it. Cadbury is currently at 0.0%. There is no change in it. It's not fluctuated, or the Cadbury has not fluctuated. MTN has not fluctuated. It's at 830 naira. Cadbury is going for 62 naira 10 kobo. Eternal Oil is at 0%. There's no change in its market price. Is that Chemical and Allied Product? It's one of the two companies that had their AGM today. Chemical and Allied Product and Jais Bank, both of them had their AGM earlier today. It's at 0%. There's no change in its market, in its share price. Union Daikon, it hasn't experienced any change, any movement in its price for some time. PZ, no change in its price as well. It's just at 0%. There is no change. It's going for 94 naira 95 kobo. PZ is going for 94 naira 95 kobo. Which of them won again? Champion Breweries, no change in its price as well. Is at 0%. It's going for 13 naira 70 kobo. That is Champion Breweries. Aradel Holdings, one of the top end stocks. It's also at 0%. It's going for 1,750 naira. Aradel Holdings, one of those premium stocks. It's over 1,000 naira per share, but it's at 0%. Abbey Mortgage Bank, it's down by just over 0.82%. Okay, Lotus Halal Equity ETF. Lotus Halal Equity ETF is doing well. It's up by over 4%. It's going from 128 naira. Beggar Paints, it's at 0%. It's going from 147 naira 60 kobo, but nothing has affected the share price. Alti Briscoe is still down. It's bearish at the moment. It's down by over 9%. It has lost over 9% of its share price since the morning. Remember, the stock exchange closes in less than 10 minutes. So a lot still happens. It's like being in the final minutes of a match. Think of watching a football match. We are in the 80th minute, 10 minutes to go. You can see that normally players, there will be a lot of things happening. So the stock exchange closes at 10 minutes to 4. So a lot can still happen at the moment. UPDC rate, it was down before, but it's now up by over 2%. Jais Bank, okay, I mentioned Jais Bank had their AGM today. It is currently down by over 2%. Jais Bank. So if anybody wanted to take a position in Jais Bank, this is an opportunity, because presently it is down by over 2%. And lastly, Cornerstone Insurance is down as well. It's bearish. Lastly, First Bank has been doing well today. First Holdco, that is the company chaired by Mr. Femi Otedola, the billionaire. First Holdco is the parent company of First Bank of Nigeria. It is presently bullish. It is up in value by more than 0%. It's going for 61 naira 10 kobo. So thank you. That's the update on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. The market closes in just 5 minutes because of the extended market hours. Before, the Nigerian Stock Exchange used to close around 2:30. But for over a month now, they've been closing at 10 minutes to 4. So the market will close in just less than 5 minutes. So that's the update for now. I'll see you again with another update on the Nigerian Stock Exchange tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the day. But later in the day, there may be something from New York Stock Exchange. Let's watch them. But apart from that, from the Nigerian Stock Exchange, I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day.